we just said goodbye to Alex and Ramona, and now it's time for Peru. It's our first night in Peru, and we are up at 3 a.m. so that we can head out and go see some condors.
So, unfortunately, our hostel booked the wrong day for our tour, so we got up at 3 a.m. for no reason at all. And we're not gonna have time to do that tour now, but we do have a lot of time to do some planning for the next couple weeks. It's gonna be a really busy couple weeks with night buses, going to the Amazon, going to Machu Picchu, hiking. So a little downtime.
A slow day is gonna be nice.
Probably not the worst thing.
There's lots of microbreweries that we can go check out. So we only have one day in Cusco before we start our trek, and we're gonna try and fit in as much as possible in that one day. So for a one day in Cusco, we're trying to cram in as much as possible, and we're kicking things off with a sacrificial chamber that the Incas used to use. A little morbid, but it's pretty cool.
Peru continues to test us. So we paid for 4 ruins today. We're gonna go to 3, and then we're gonna go find some soup.
Get warm.
The next morning, we woke up early to catch a public bus and then later a shared taxi to get to our starting point where we were going to start our unguided trek to Machu Picchu. Once we got as far as the taxi would take us, we had a short walk to reach the starting point for our trek.
Day 1 of the Salkantay trek.
So we left Cusco this morning on a minivan and then took a taxi to get to the starting point of the Salkantay trail. And we're gonna actually start the real trail tomorrow, but today we're gonna do a little hike up to a very pretty lake.
So for our first night on the Salkantay trek, we are staying at this little hut that has a glass ceiling so we can watch the stars tonight, and it is incredible.
So last night was not very starry and very rainy, so we have a wet hike ahead of us today. But I think it's about 20K to the next village. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much on us.
Lots of puddles the whole way.
Should be fun.
Fun. We are just getting to the top of the pass, and the view is incredible. We made it to the top, 1,600 meters. All downhill from here. So the trail has been pretty busy so far as we went through the pass, but we decided to walk through lunch and get ahead of all the groups, and now it's only us out here, and it's so quiet, it's so beautiful. It's
Awesome.
awesome.
It's so hard to believe that we were just hiking through the mountains and now we're getting into jungle. This hike is really cool. Kilometers later, and we've made it to our next guest house, and it's very cute, and we had perfect timing because as soon as we got here, well, maybe a kilometer before we got here, it started pouring rain.
It is day 2 of our Salkantay trek, and we are going to try and push it a little bit today. We're gonna go a little further than most people do, probably get about 26 kilometers, but if we're successful, we'll get to stay at a hut that overlooks Machu Picchu, and that will be incredible.
If we can get a room there because we couldn't reserve ahead of time.
Gonna wing it.
So we've done about 10K today, and unlike yesterday and the day before, today has mostly been on a road. Luckily there's not too much traffic. We've seen about 3 vehicles, and it's a nice break from walking on a hard trail. It's very easy walking today, but I do hope that we get to go in the jungle again soon because it's not as exciting walking on a road.
So we're finally off the road, and now we're starting up the Salkantay Inca Trail, which will be nice. We're getting away from the vehicles. It's just us.
And chickens.
And chickens. And we'll be in the middle of the jungle for the rest of the trek today. So we did nearly 25 kilometers today, 900 meters of elevation, and this was supposed to be our hotel tonight. I don't think they're open.
With no other option, we had a quick drink of water, a pep talk, and we decided to walk another 6 or 7 kilometers to the next lodge to test our luck to see if we could get a room there.
So winging it today definitely left some extremely stressful last moments. We were down to 1 lodge at the top of the mountain, but luckily they had a room for us, and this is our view.
And the lodge that was available had an awesome room for us. We have a huge bed, a private bathroom for the first time, And from our bed, we have a view of Machu Picchu. So after an incredible stay here last night, we are off to go do our last day of hiking before we go to Machu Picchu, and we're very glad that we had the amazing views yesterday because this morning you can't see anything.
So we finished the jungle part of our trek, and now we just have to follow the tracks for the next 11 kilometers to get to Aguas Calientes. Never mind, we're following a river and we're back in the jungle. Back on the tracks. Should I look up bars here?
Look up nachos. So we woke up super early this morning, but not early enough to hike up to Machu Picchu because we've hiked a lot the last few days and we were very tired. But now we took the first bus to Machu Picchu. We were here super early, and now we're gonna hike to the top of the mountain for like the classic view of Machu Picchu. There's nobody here. I got stung by a wasp or something. I'm probably gonna be sacrificed on Machu Picchu. I got stung again. Do I look tired? That was a lot of climbing.